What's up guys, Cut Protagonist here. Today I'll be doing an all new deck profile on my Ahsha deck. Many of you guys have been requesting this deck profile for a really long time, and as promised, when GBT-06 released, I will do a deck profile on it. So finally I've gotten all my Ahsha stuff and even a secret rare Ahsha to go with the deck, because the secret rare really looks really good compared to its previous form. Previous form still looks nice, but I kind of like that alternate art. I like how her name's actually has the foil effect as well. This deck, oh boy, is freaking amazing. This deck has bring Neo Nectar up to another level. Previously, Neo Nectar has not seen any competitive play. However, yes, Neo Nectar do have the weakness of against Link Jokers, similar to Duo Knights and other Royal Paladin clan. So in a way, she might be a lot stronger. She's really strong because her numbers your rear guard numbers can go up to huge numbers easily. It doesn't require any complex setup. So yeah, this deck is really very good right now. Other than the point that you're getting lock. Oh, you guys tell me lock and shit. Oh yeah, try playing Royal Paladins while getting lock. Yeah, you know how I feel. Okay, so yeah, this deck actually focuses on cloning units and powering up those clone units. So it's a very well synergy deck because you're able to clone units while you power up your units. So this deck is really amazing. I really love it. Alright, let's go on to the deck profile, and please tell me how you guys think. I know there is a build which you actually abuse Primavera to get until 100k guard. I'll go on to that build the next time, because for now most of you guys want the pure Ahsha deck profile. Note, this is not a Bloom deck, this is more of Ahsha deck. Bloom doesn't really go well with Ahsha sometimes, so depends on how you're gonna build it. I'm gonna show you just the basic Ahsha deck that you see in the anime, okay? First is 4 copies of Ahsha. Alright, Ahsha ability is GB2. Sorry, the glare. Alright. GB2. All units on your field gain an ability. Gain a skill, a Vanguard and Rearguard circle. All units on your field. Whenever you have another copy of the same name card on the field, you gain 5k power. So imagine if you have full field of Pias, each of them gain plus 5k power. 5k. So this is really good because it helps you finish off your opponent if your opponent were to survive your insane huge amount of attacks. She is a very good finisher still. So don't worry if your opponent ain't dead. If you watch my video using Neo Nectar, it kind of showed me finishing off my opponent using this because my opponent has too much perfect guards in the hand. So yeah. Alright, second ability is the cloning skill. Whenever you perform strike, counter blast 1 and select one card on your field and clone it, and that unit gains plus 2k power. It's very good because it helps you set up for your formation combo later game. So once you strike, you can clone one of your units. Then yeah, you're basically gonna get a free +1 when you strike. So it's a great card. It's very important to play write her as Vanguard because you'll be playing Ranunculus. Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce the word. It's basically Ahsha Vanguard. It requires you to have an Ahsha Vanguard for many of the skills. But it's okay because since most of the time you're going to be either striding her or her. So 90% of the time you'll be going to have an Ahsha Vanguard. So it's okay. It's okay if you don't strike her. If you don't strike her, at most you don't get that bonus of superior calling 1 unit when you perform strike. That's all. Alright, next is 2 copies of Vegetable Avatar. Alright, some of you guys may ask why you not play the new Tripar. There's some reason, because my deck doesn't play a lot of Bloom. I believe my deck doesn't play Bloom at all. Yeah, there's no Blooms. So Vegetable Avatar skill is whenever you perform a ride, when you ride as a Vanguard, you can counter blast 1, soul blast 1. If you do clone 1 unit which is grade 2 or below. So yeah, similar to those, you could clone. If you didn't have put a Rearguard, you can just clone the starter, so that if you later put on PR, you can use her to clone into transform into PR. So it's just there as a secondary Vanguard. At least when you ride, you can get that free +1. Similar to Vegetable Avatar. I prefer playing for Vegetable Avatar because she looks nice. Her main skill is basically there to, on right, her skill is similar to Vegetable. Counter blast 1, soul blast 1, clone 1 unit which grade 2 or below. So 4 copies, just as a backup ride. Nothing much. Most important is right Ahsha. which is easy because you are able to search out Ahsha with your Strike Helper. 4 copies of Ideal Maiden. Yeah, it's Ideal Maiden. Her skill, she's the new card from GBT-06. Basically, she is a additional copy of Flower Screen. However, it's only a one turn effect. So her skill is when this GB1, when this unit is placed on the Rearguard circle, and you control a Ahsha Vanguard, you may transform her name onto. You may basically copy the name of a card on your field. And it says the card effect here is when this card is placed on the Rearguard circle, it is considered that name. So cards that trigger when you call cards onto the field, you get it. It's not that you call, for example, you call some card that requires you to have, when a card is called to circle, like Greenshot Elf, she will be considered the card when it's on the field, instead of when it hits the field already. Then you get what I mean. Basically, her speed is quite fast, so she get the name change faster. Second ability is at the end of the end phase, if you control an Ahsha Vanguard, you may select this card and from the drop zone, select one card with this girl's name. So for example, if you copy PR's name, where you PR? If you copy PR's name at the end turn, if PR's in the drop zone, you may return PR back to your deck. If you do, bounce her back into your hand. So it is great because next turn you can call her again and copy the PR name again, and it's good because you can cycle back PR. Important stuff. I only use her sometimes, that second ability, because it's not really necessary. Most of the time I just intercept her away, then call another one, or just call Maiden Screen just to become PR. Yeah. Next is the classic Maiden Screen. She's like the staple of the deck. 4 copies, sorry. Her skill is Activate. Select a card from a drop zone and shuffle back to your deck. If you do, she becomes a card. She clones a card name. So clone to PR. Use a skill. Or your PR Rearguard skins was 20k or 15k. Very good, because she helps you get the name change so that you can get a power up. Alright, there's still 2 more grade 2s. This Ranunculus Maiden thing. Basically her effect is GB1, Counterblast. When this unit is placed on the Rearguard circle, you can Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1. If you do, clone 1 unit on your field, and that unit gives us 2k power. So basically when you call her, you have PR on the field, search your deck for 1 PR, superior call it. Sometimes what I do with her is, let's say the only reason why I play her is because I want her to transform into PR sometimes. If I have a full, like 3 copies of PR, and I want more PRs, I will just call another PR. Or if my field is full, I could just call the PR over her. For example, let's say my field's like that. I call, then I search out PR, use PR and replace her, so that I can get the full PR field. It's very deadly fast. So yeah, the main reason is just because sometimes I'll pay the cost to make her transform into PR. So yeah. Alright, let's get on to our MVP of the deck. 4 copies of grade 1 PRs. Alright, most of you guys has been some of you guys has been telling me that why are you still using PR? The new cards are actually better. Yes, I agree that the new cards are better. However, they have one effect that really defines this deck. It's not the powering up effect. It's the fact that she is able to recycle cards back into the deck. Yes, I do not use her skill very, very often. I only use it if I really need to. For example, let's say the previous turn you already attack your formation, and somehow your PR get retired and shit by Kagero and stuff. You can at least use your PR, shuffle them back, skill, call back. So it's not so bad. Because the new cards, right, are unable to shuffle themselves back, which is really kinda bummer me. For example, if it's the grade 1 thing which is OP as hell, you just kill that combo and they're fucked already. You know what I mean? The reason why she is good is because she is able to tutor it back. It's not because of the power boost. I don't really care about the power boost because with glorious skill, high chance if Abon doesn't have perfect guard, he is gonna lose his whole hand. That's why PR is still the superior choice for consistency issues. Alright, get me? Because you are able to cycle back shit, which is important. Otherwise, the only way to cycle back stuff is only flower maiden screen, which is bad, because if the opponent were to break your formation, you are fucked for life. Yeah, you get what I mean. If you play test a lot, you will get what I mean. My deck is not only just built for powers, it's built for consistency. I've tested this deck a lot, and yeah, trust me, okay? 4 copies of Unflippable Perfect Guard. Similar to the new cards, yes, the new card is pretty good and all. You can clone her and get it back. Whoa, tons of Perfect Guard hand, but it's quite situational, to be honest. And this deck actually eats a lot of counter blasts. So that unflipping was really important in the deck. So play Unflippable Perfect Guards because she will save your life more. 4 copies of the Great Ahsha. So if you really want to write into Ahsha, this reveal a Great Tree in your hand. Let's say you have Vegetable Dragon, Vegetable Avatar. You reveal a Great Tree in your hand, discard 1 card and add Ahsha to your hand. So it ensures you to write into your beautiful Ahsha, and most of the time you got to search for the secret rare. Because secret rare wins games. Not really, but yeah. 2 copies of her. Her ability is Generation Break 1. Put Counter Blast 1 on and put this unit into so. If you have select up to 4 copies of a unit of same name. For my case, I'll be choosing PRs, one of those PRs. And those unit gains has 4k power. Very good, because if I have my PR formation and somehow I want to just get the extra power, put the Soul Counter Blast 1, 5k. To be honest, right, this deck doesn't really need a lot of power up because you really have a lot of power up by your strike. It's just a bonus. I use her mostly if I'm like at the my final turn, aka no more strides. Then I just use her and push for game. Alright, that's grade 1s. Let's get on grade 0s. Grade 0 took me a while to do a lot of testing to decide its trigger lineup. And I've gone with 8 crit, 4 draws, and 4 heals. But some of you guys have told me 12 crits. 12 crits is no for me because this deck doesn't really lacks defense. And you really need that draw sometimes to draw into your combo pieces, such as PR. And yeah, do not worry if your PR grows drop zone because you're able to fetch her back anyway with her own skill. That's why this deck is the reason why PR is good. It's not because of that power boost and stuff. Power problems, leave it to your Vanguard, leave it to your strike, don't leave it to your regards. Doing all those inconsistent combo might actually screw you over a lot of times. So 8 crits, Ahsha crits. When your unit with Ahsha attacks, you can while this card's on the field, put in soul, gain plus 5k, get 1 free card. Yeah, and that soul charge is also quite important since your skill actually uses a bit of Soul Blast. Another 4 crits, just because it looks female. 4 draws, tulip draws. As explained earlier, the reason why I play draw is because the draw actually helps a lot because you are lacking in defense. The deck lacks defense. High offense deck is a glass cannon deck, so you need to play a bit of draws. It's the same reasoning of why RPBA play draws. As you know. Yeah, it's a bad reason. Play 4 Chololo Dragon. Chololo Dragon is best because I always death heal with it. In the anime, Toko also death heal with it, so play her and let your opponent taste the salted vegetables. 2 copies of the starter. Because there are times where you write Ahsha and you perform strike, but yet you do not have a rearguard to clone. So I play the starter just in case I only have the starter and I just clone the second one. Because later on I can still use the starter, go to skill 2 times, search up for, go clone some good stuff. You get what I mean. Yep. That's the trigger lineup. So now let's get on to a strike. Alright, I'll be going in order. How am I gonna do the strike? The first card you'll be striding is Spinning Dream Ranunculus. I play 4 copies. Alright, why strike into her first? Isn't she a GB2 skill? No, she's not. Her skill is Activate. Select 1 Dreaming Spin Ranunculus on your Guardian's G-Zone and flip it face up. If you do, it gains an ability. If select 1 of your units, and if you have a unit with the same name on the field, for this turn, your front row gains has 5k power. Yeah, your front row gains has 5k power. So she's just basically there to give you a free power up for 1 turn. Her second ability is, and if your Guardian Circle has 2 face-up cards, you can clone 1 card and claw it to the rearguard circle, and it gains plus 2k power. That skill is not relevant in this deck because you won't be using it at all. Most of the time, you're going to use your first strike just to force yourself to flip one up, gain plus 5k power front row. Then, the next card you're going to be striding is the 3 copies of Glorious Bloom. Alright, she's a really powerful card. Her skill is Activate, Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, and flip up 1 card in Guardian Circle. Yeah. Correct. Wait, let me check. Yeah. Flip up 1 card in Guardian Circle, then Guardian Circle in your G zone. Then if you do, select 1 card on your field and clone one of it out. So most of the time you're going to be cloning your PRs so that you can get your power-ups. Alright, so most of the time you're going to be like, okay, choose 1 unit, then clone it. Then all your other rear guards, select 4 units with the same name as the card Superior Court. So select 4 PRs, 20k. And for each card face up, Dreaming Spin Ranunculus, so the previous form face up on the field, the unit gains was 5k power. So in my case, let's say you have 4 copies face up, it will be 20k, 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 20k. So it's very big. Alright. And second, the next ability is, if your rearguard circle has the same name as this unit, you can gain plus 1 crit. How you attain that 1 crit is you can use Flower Screen Maiden and just clone her name, and then she'll get that 1 crit. If you want to pressure your opponent to guard your Vanguard as well, you could do that. So it's a very good card. And finally, 1 copy of the most OP shit, Primavera. Her skill is Counter Blast 3. Look at top 5 cards of your deck, and for each Counter Blast 3, look at top 5 cards of the deck and put them in any order. When this unit attacks the Vanguard, and alright, to be honest, I won't be using her much because I'll only be using her to flip up 1 copy. Yeah, I'll be only using her to flip up, so just ignore. You can actually play anything. You can play you could play any strike basically, even the Trolldeck strike. The most important card is using her. So how do you use her is you actually use, first you strike to Ahsha, flip face up. Turn 2, her, you gotta put on 1 Spin Ranunculus. So now you have 315k, you can 15k power up. Then strike her again. Then you can put another Ahsha up. Then you can strike her again. Put another one up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy my deck profile on my Ahsha deck. If you want more deck profiles, the upcoming one would probably be Ultimau. Yeah, I didn't have Ultimau here. Where is he? Be sure to add me on Facebook and subscribe to my channel right now. Peace out, and I love you guys. Rawr.